How you guys doing? This is Dave Hughes from MMA Weekly. I'm going to go over last week's fights and this week's fights. It's nice to say that. It really is. With the pandemic going on, it's really nice to say this week's fights and last week's fights. I'll start out with Gustafsson because, of course, last week I didn't go over the co-main event because, well, I'm a dumb shit and forgot that Nogueira and Shogun was the co-main, and they brought it. They really did. It was a fun fight to watch. I might even ruled it a draw. It was so fun. We had Gustafsson and Werdum. We'll go over that, and of course Till versus Whitaker. As far as the Gustafsson-Werdum fight, I thought it was going to be an exciting fight. I told you Werdum was too much on the ground, and exactly what I said was going to happen, happened. Gustafsson to the floor, submission. So, wasn't much of an exciting fight, to be quite honest. I don't know what's next for Gustafsson. I really don't. He needs to go back down to light heavyweight, and I don't know. Work on his ground game, man. He's got long legs. His boxing will be fine forever. So, work on your ground game, my man. Work on your ground game. We'll move on to the Shogun Hua and Nogueira fight. This fight was 3 rounds of pure ass whooping going on. These guys fucking brought it. Bull, I don't give a shit. I'll watch those guys fight 5-6 times, man. They brought it. They're willing to take it. It's what they know. I mean, the Nogueira brother's been doing it for fucking years, and Shogun's been doing it since he was fucking born, I think. I remember him back in the Pride days, for crying out loud. You know, so what's next for those guys? So that's what's next for Werdum. What's next for Gustafsson? What's next for Shogun and Nogueira? Shogun and Nogueira need to retire. That's a fact. Their best days are behind them. You're not in title contention. Shogun may be able to compete another year or two, but as much damage as he's taken, the Henderson fight and stuff, man, I think it's time to call it a career. I do. I like the guys, I really do. I admire everything they've done for the sport, but the sport has moved on past them. Werdum, what a way to go out, right? Come out back after being considered a cheater and come back and put on a performance against a guy that everybody was expecting to be a pretty damn good heavyweight, and you took him out in the first round, like 2 minutes in. Maybe take that as your last one. Take maybe a couple more fights against like that Jeff Hughes guy, or even Jeff Hardy, not Jeff Hardy, what the fuck's his name? Greg Hardy. Jeff Hardy's a wrestler. Jeez, oh man. That'd be a fun fight to watch. Greg Hardy getting in there with Werdum. There you go, Dana. Make that one happen. Now we'll get to the main event. Darren Till versus Robert Whitaker. I dropped this today because they already picked the winners. Next opponent. Now, Rob, yeah, man, he looked good. He looked like he's having fun again. He don't look like he got a stick up his ass when he's fighting. Adesanya just whooped his fucking ass. And to be honest, the last fight with Yoel could have went to Yoel. So, I mean, maybe Whitaker couldn't handle the pressures of being a champion. Who knows? But we're going to move on to this week. Edmond Shabazian. Oh, I forgot. Yes, I told you. Jeez, oh man. Got to quit smoking. So, what's next for Robert Whitaker after beating Darren Till? They're saying Jared Cantonier in like October. So if Cantonier and Whitaker fight, Whitaker beats him. He gets the winner of that fight gets the winner of Costa at Adesanya, as long as there's no rematch involved. So that's your next couple fights for the middleweight crown. You got Adesanya versus Costa. If he gets past Paulo Costa, then he has to fight either Cantonier or Whitaker again, which we know what he did to Rob the first time. I don't think he'll do it like that the second. Now, like I was saying, this week's fights. Edmond Shabazian versus Derek Brunson. I'll give you my winner right away. Shabazian's going to own him. I'm telling you now. This kid's the next breed. He's been training forever. We know if he gets in trouble on his feet, he definitely has that judo background. He used to train with Rousey. They showed plenty of clips. I'm sure any fan has already watched him. If not, Ronda Rousey is Edmond Shabazian's manager. She used to train with this young man as a child, as a 14-year-old, 15-year-old kid. They wanted him to be the youngest champion ever, beating John Jones' record. I don't believe it's going to happen because of the coronavirus fucking everything up. As far as can he beat Derek Brunson, yeah, Brunson looks like shit, man. He's Shabazian. You're not going to make it 5 rounds with him, dude. He's going to find a way to beat you, whether it's on his feet or on the ground. So Brunson has a big left hand. He took out Machida with it, but this was 2015, 16, something like that. I think the game's passed Brunson up a little bit, and I don't think he has a chance against this young kid. Shabazian looks good, man. He really does. It's tonight. Tonight's Saturday. Watch the fights tonight. I've only got 1 or 2 views in the last couple weeks, so I don't know if anybody's watching it on other platforms. I'll put it on Twitter and whatnot. And that's usually where I get more of my views and comments. If anyone has questions for me, they want to ask me, feel free. I'll keep doing the show as long as people want to watch it. It'd be nice to get some more comments like I did before I stopped doing the show. I was supposed to get a room and a real show, but it didn't go through the way I thought. But on that note, we'll go back to fighting. Who cares about my personal shit? But the Shabazian-Brunson fight, like I was saying, Edmond Shabazian by first round TKO. That's my prediction. And as always, thank you for watching, and God bless.